Hello people! Yes, I'm back, kind of. I have a video on my main channel about why I was away in the first place. It's a combination of things and it's a long story. So just watch that video there. So I have been reading, I just haven't been telling you about it. For instance, I read Cursed Child, which was an experience. Not one that I needed to have, but you know, it says Harry Potter on it, so I had to read it. I also read Winner's Crime and Winner's Kiss. Absolutely loved the books, absolutely loved the ending of the series. I also bought a few, or not so few, books. For instance, Winner's Kiss, I bought Heir of Fire. Why is that behind Queen of Shadows? That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense at all. Let's just put that there. Now I gotta leave the rearranging in. That's gonna annoy editing me. As I was saying, I also bought a few books, and that was, for instance, The Winner's Kiss and The Assassin's Blade and Heir of Fire. I read the last two, but I just didn't own them yet. And I also bought the illustrated edition of the second Harry Potter book, and also Mr. Fahrenheit by T. Michael Martin and This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, who were the hosts of How to Adult. And I love that show, and I've been watching Emma's videos for a very long time now. I loved her first book. I also loved Michael's first book, and I just had to have them, so I bought them. Duh. And then that's obviously Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and this is the German edition. Look, it says German things, but otherwise it looks completely, exactly the same. Even the inlay page is the same. And also that is the same. So those were some books that I read this year and that I bought this year, and I'm currently reading Geektastic, edited by Cecil Castellucci. I hope that's how you pronounce her name, and Holly Black. And it has stories by John Green and Scott Westerfeld, Cassandra Clare, and names like that. I'm quite far in. I have, I think, 4 stories to go, and I'm not a big fan of anthologies. It's hard to give a review of the entire book because it contains multiple stories, and I loved some stories, but I just didn't care about others. I didn't have that problem with My True Love Gave to Me so much, but I think what's different about this book is that it's about geeky stuff, and if you don't know the geeky stuff, you can't connect to the characters as much. So I think if you know all the references, this is probably the most enjoyable book. But if you only know a few references, you can still enjoy most of the stories, depending on your field of knowledge, but sometimes you might just be a little bit left out. And then I'm also reading Isla and the Happily Ever After on my Kindle. I absolutely loved Anna's story and Lola's story. I am yet to get into Isla's story, but I'm pretty sure I love her anyway. And as a last update, I'm currently 42 books into my 50 book challenge. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm very positive that I'm gonna get through the 50 books because duh, it's just 50 books and I read a lot, usually. Right now, not so much, but usually I'm reading a lot more than just that. Okay, I think that's it. This has gotten a little bit longer than I expected, and I'm going to go and edit this and my main channel video now, and I'm going to tell you about stuff whenever I have stuff to tell you about. I'll definitely do my wrap up for the entire year video, and probably something in January for what I'm planning to do, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a wrap up for November, because I haven't been keeping track really of what I was reading when and stuff. We'll see! Talk to you soon, hopefully. Bye bye!